Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Movie review, bitches!
We got a rhythm! Jason Jason, movie review of DC Cab. No fucking rhythm. Losers because we started off doing the fucking, I think, Mission Impossible, but they played in the movie. Fucking, but it's great. It's great in the movie. I love it. And yeah. So welcome as always. I'm Jay Chowder. We got Bone.
Hey.
We got Slopdog.
Hello.
Jesus. And I thought it was very long.
Why are these pauses so long?
I'm like, oh boy.
You having a stroke?
All right.
Smell burnt toast?
Huh?
You smell burnt toast? What the fuck? Huh? What do you say?
I smell the stroke toast.
Jesus, kid.
So we watched DC Cab, movie from I don't know what. This fucking film right away should be like if you do a picture, half the DC Cab picture of the movie, the other half kid should be your notebook, and the page in the 40 pages you wrote notes. Like I wrote notes like little just that'd be funny to mention in the review of that in case I forget it. And you're just like the fucking day it came out, how much money it made.
It was
I'm
released.
like, I love it. I love
DC Cab was released December 16th, 1983, and made $16 million at the box office.
Wow.
It is has a
How much did it cost to make it?
Has a Rotten Tomato score of 18%, and the IMDb is 5.5 out of 10%. 10.
Wow.
I don't know what any of that means. Does that mean it's good or bad?
That's pretty bad. It's bad. It's like 50% for IMDb, and Rotten Tomatoes only thinks 18% out of 100 like it.
Wow.
Fuck them.
I personally love it.
We're gonna give ours.
This is one of those movies that I remember watching as a kid, and for whatever reason, I understand the movie more now. So I like it more as an adult than I did as a kid.
Yes, as a kid, I didn't like it as much. I really liked it much better as an adult, and yeah, I thought it was really good, better this time around.
This was Slopdog's first time watching it. Somehow it flew under her radar, which I don't understand because we watched it so many times.
I don't know how I didn't see this before, but I blocked it out. I
gotta tell you this right now. I'm gonna start taking off. I take my birthday off, but I think I'm also gonna start taking January 8th off because that's Elvis's birthday.
And the face he makes, though, the face. I'm like, how? Okay, I'm gonna get into it. Gary Busey is not a nice looking man. Like he is homely, and like even
back in the day.
Even back in the day, like he's young there, and I'm like, oh my god, like how does he have a kid? Does he have like a great like a great pecker? And the lady was like, oh, just cover your face and we'll do it. Like
it's just his, but he acts well. That's the thing. Like I love Gary Busey in every movie he's in because it's just the way he is. He's such a great act. Like he's in Lethal Weapon 1? And he's such an awesome villain. He's so serious and sinister, but then he can be such a goofball.
Surviving the game. He's good.
Yeah. This movie stars.
I loved him in this movie.
It's gonna.
I agree. I wouldn't fuck him, but he's good in the movie. Yeah, fucking Mr. T. Fucking Bill Maher is in this motherfucker.
Yeah,
fucking Bill Maher. I don't agree.
Thank you. That's
with
who that is. I was like,
Bill
who is this guy?
Yes.
I didn't look.
Yes. I don't agree with everything he says. What?
Can we just say Bill Maher's a horrible actor? He is the worst actor in this fucking movie. Every line he has is
Don't say that. Don't say that about Bill Maher. How dare you?
So bad.
But the guy that
I'm going to say I'm a
I'm gonna ask like
Yeah,
Albert.
Albert.
Is Albert in like other shows or movies that we've seen? Like, 'cause I feel like I've seen him in something else, but I don't know
He's
what. I
a
didn't like look it
Baldwin.
up.
Full Metal Jacket.
His name's Adam
What?
Baldwin, but he's not like one of the brothers.
Is
He's
he
like
related?
he's related, but like a distant cousin.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
He was in Full Metal Jacket. Remember, like
Yep.
when the people died, and they're like, "Oh, sorry." He's the one that goes, "Better you than me."
He wasn't in a lot.
Dead in the pile.
I think this was his starring role because he was. Like,
He
the
wasn't.
character.
Yeah,
All right. All right.
yeah,
Okay.
and he was in. I love how. Oh man, I love how happy the owner of DC Cab gets when he lights the fireplace with a flamethrower. He looks like a child, and I love it. Like that's how someone really would be if they turned a flamethrower on in their house to light their fireplace. I was like,
Mhm.
that's fucking amazing. I love that part. And
Totally makes
but
me
again,
think of
like I was
Uncle
trying to
Larry.
say,
Like 100%,
What?
that's something Uncle Larry would have done if he had a
Oh,
flamethrower
yeah.
when we were kids, and they had a fireplace. I feel like he
Yeah.
totally would have done that.
he'd be like, stand
I
across
could
the
see
room,
that.
I'll light your joint for you. Like, oh, fuck, yeah.
Damn it, Larry!
But anyway, all right, Bill Maher, don't believe 1,000,000% what he says, but I think he's phenomenal and funny. I don't know. Bill Maher's awesome, and he's not the worst actor in the movie. How dare you? And
I think he's every line he hits is kind of like, "Hey, I'm a stand-up comic, guys," and it doesn't flow like everybody else is acting like they're really like what's going on to the scene. Instead, I'm a stand-up guy, and like it just, I think his
It
lines
seems
fall
weird.
flat. I think every other. I think
so what?
what's the guy? The guy that plays Tyrone, Charlie Barnett. I think he's that he might be my favorite character in the movie. He is a funny guy. He acts really well. I wish he was in more stuff because can't think of anything else he's in, but I know I've seen
I like
him.
Busey.
Busey's great. The Barbarian Brothers. You can't go wrong with the Barbarian Brothers.
Oh my God!
Buzzy
I
and
was
Buddy.
like, they better like. We gotta watch Think Big, where the girl gets another movie where somebody gets kidnapped. They're in that as well, and
I was just talking about that.
it's really
With
good.
Jay,
And,
I was like, oh my god.
Slopdog, did your husband
they were
watch
like
it with you?
Lucky Chicken Bone or some shit.
He didn't watch it with me. He's like, I don't think I can make myself watch this. So I watched it by myself. And then I told him what it was about afterwards, and he was like, wow, I don't think I would have made it through. I'm like, I said it was a lot like
No, it was like
Mr.
so. What 80?
Like Mr. T. What's up with Mr. T? Like everything he wears is like tight spandex, mismatched, bright colored, and then he wears like a tight belt. Like who dressed him? Like what is happening?
That was his
My
style.
dreams dressed him. My dreams.
But I like how everything has a montage. Like, how is Vietnam a montage? Like,
Everything,
what?
so many 80s montage. That beginning scene, the Vietnam montage, the beginning scene where they're showing all the cab drivers, when they're freaking fixing up all the cabs and the sides and stuff, and the Barbarian Brothers are like dancing synchronized with the sides.
Dude,
And they're wearing overalls.
I'm gonna
'cause
say
I
this
want
right now.
them.
Love it.
If you watch this movie, and even if you just watch 10 minutes of it, if you don't watch this beginning scene and the montage and the combination of like you just see all the cab drivers get introduced, dude, if your dick don't get hard, I don't know what's wrong with you. It was fucking great. I loved it. And then like when they get together and the game they play is where they chase one person with the mask or whatever,
Mhm.
with all masks on, I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like I was just like in my back as a kid watching it on HBO.
This is one of my favorite cold openings because you completely get a different feel for the movie. Like, if you're like, hey, this is a comedy, and you had never picked this up at, like, fucking Blockbuster Video back in the day, and then went home and started watching this, you would have thought you picked up a horror film or something.
Mhm.
Like, you're like, is this the right movie? I love those kind of cold openings. I always love that one.
And what's this? The kid's like, what? What's that? Dude,
Pick up my
I'm
roller.
Busey.
Pick up
Like
my
when
roller,
he's just
fool.
loud though. Yeah. He just went black guy rolls his hair. And Busey's just like he's just a sexist pig trying to fuck the boss's wife, I think, all the time. And
Right
then
in
he's
front of
just
the
like
boss.
he right in front of the boss. The boss is like, yeah, get it. And let me smell your fingers. And then but like so basically it's from the 80s, DC Cab. It's a shitty cab company out of Washington D.C. and it's just fucking. Of course, it's all the drivers are just fucking crazy people, and they're just different personalities. And this kid comes from Georgia. His dad went to Vietnam, was the owner of the cab company, and now he wants to be in the cab business, be his own boss. Everyone else there is like, fucking cabin stinks. It's a fucking 9 to 5. Go fuck your mother. It's like if someone came to you, if someone came to me when I worked at the grocery store, and was like, dude, I can't wait to work at the grocery store. I'm like, everybody here hates it and wants to not be at the grocery store. Everyone here dreams to not work here.
Exactly.
But so this cunt comes into the cab station and he's like, let's fucking yellow it up, boys. Let's drive that fucking road. And they're all like, go fuck your mother. I hate this fucking job. But it's basically about people, but they're all family because they work at this cab company, and then it's just the craziest they get into, right? And then at the end it's climactic because then like this rich family, right, comes together, and then this rich family who they drop someone off, like people clean the house or whatever. The kids get kidnapped, and the main character gets kidnapped, and spoiler, and fucking. I watched this movie from the fucking 80s.
Do you know who directed?
Fuck yourself.
Do you guys know who directed this? Joel
Schumacher, right?
Joel Schumacher. You know what else he directed?
He did Lost Boys, right?
He did Lost Boys. He did Falling Down. He did Phone Booth, A Time to Kill, Flatliners, and Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. But we won't hold that against him.
Oh, that's awful.
Like DC Cab.
But DC Cab, he did like Flatliners, Lost Boys, A Time to Kill. You know, very, very dramatically different.
A little bit.
Maybe Gary Busey's character was supposed to be played by Kiefer Sutherland.
Maybe. But there's a lot of.
Just because he was in like almost every other movie. Yeah.
But like, there's the part where they take the girl that's like a dancer, like a topless dancer, to the club or whatever.
Yep.
And she like takes her shirt off right in the cab, and then she runs in and they're like, oh, go get the money from her or whatever. And then the girls are all topless. I'm like, wow, this is definitely an 80s movie. Like, look at
If you didn't see titties, it's not an 80s. It's not an 80s comedy. They're like you had to make a scene with titties.
Yeah.
I love Gary Busey runs in, grabs her thong with all the cash, and he grabs a statue on the way out as well. Just jumps in the cab.
And drive away. He's like, I got it, ha ha! This horse face running around. I was like, oh my god, terrifying.
Horse face.
He's just used his horse teeth to like break her underwear now. Like tease him.
Yeah, that's like before he got like all like, because I think I was pre like motorcycle accident or something, because then it really made. I think he was always kind of cuckoo, you know what I mean? But I think I don't know. I think that's what I like about him. I like someone who's cuckoo, and
he has one of the best.
He played
lines.
the part, and
he has one of the best lines in the movie too. You know, why are women so uptight? They got half the money and all, half? They got half the money and all the pussy. It's so good.
Because he tries to like grab some girl and she's like, hey, and that's what he says, and I'm like, stop being a pig, Gary Busey. Nobody wants you. Get out of here, horse face. I don't know. He bothers me. I'm sorry.
It's so 80s, like it's just so inappropriate. It's so like you could not make this movie today.
The Vietnam montage, the song that they play, it's just Vietnam, and they're just trying on helmets and they put on a gas mask and they're looking at pictures. I'm like, what the fuck?
That kind of happened. I don't know. I felt really happy about with that montage. I was like, look at him drinking out of the mask. And they did some racist stuff, like when he rips off those Chinese people or whatever, and they break the glass, and the black guy drives by and makes a Chinese face out of it.
Tyrone's like, oh, just goes.
Yes, I was like, oh
yeah,
my
he did
god.
the noise.
So
oh
good.
my god.
80s.
And the part with did anybody else catch Mr. T's like weird dance at the end? It's like a celebration dance. They're all like, "Yay!"
With the bats.
They got out. Yes, and I'm like, is that like he's making fun of Indian people? Like, I don't know what's happening right now. That's really terrible.
I think he has some Indian in him, and that's why he wears the feather earrings, maybe.
Let's hope so, because if not, that was definitely like, whoa. over the line.
There was even a Caucasian joke
They
in there.
call
when,
him an Indian something, right?
Yeah, they say something about I can't remember
Get this
now.
Indian some roadkill or something. I don't know. Some place,
Get him
like,
a bag
and
of
they're in a
grain.
restaurant. He gets all
Get him
mad.
a
They
bag of
suck.
get him a bag of grain or something.
Oh,
Where they're in the hospital and they're pretending to be the lawyers to the maid, and they run in
yeah.
and Xavier's just like, look at this food. It's not fit for Caucasians.
Oh yeah.
When he leaves, though, doesn't he steal the food?
He does steal the food.
He's trying to pick up women, pretend like he's not the cab driver, that he's the cab driver. And he's like, where are we going? She's like, nowhere with you, rapist.
You-
It's hard to be a man.
And then, like,
baby.
he also, he goes hard to be a man. And then later on in the fucking movie, when they dance in front of the men's strip club, which when they see the guys, they go, they're fags or something like that. They're homos, right? He's saying something about the two guys dancing on stage.
Yeah.
Did anybody find that scene kind of
Who
like,
does? One of them does leave.
They all just hang outside and wait for all the horned up women to just pile into their cars. What, they're going back to gang?
Yes!
Like, I don't understand it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That guy's a raper because. Oh, by the way, I think one of those gay guys did leave with a girl that like left for the club. So I don't know, but they just call them gay homos or something. And then they go to the strip club to pick up, like you said, all the whoring girls. So that guy not only tries to rape the girls, and she's like, "Nowhere is you," but like he's like, "Nope, sorry, I'll film." He's like, "Oh, no fair. We'll think of something, ladies." Like, I'm like, oh my god, they're gangbanging, running trains on all these horned up whores.
Well, the Barbarian Brothers,
Who for some reason,
my house at your house, ladies.
We're like, whoa.
Right, but I can see the Barbarians picking up broads maybe out of there because they got buff bodies. But then, like, you got Busey and shit. And, like, who wants to fuck again with this? Who's gonna fuck Busey?
Busey just runs up and goes, you, and you, come with me. Who wants to party? They all pile into his heart to ride his horse face.
They shouldn't be fucking, you know. And then at the end of the movie, those kids get stolen, right? And they think it's them. Those cops should not only be fucking investigating those fucking trucks for missing kids, but for fucking all the rape that happened in there to those fucking horned up women that they're fucking picking up.
But like Gary, okay, I know I'm being mean to Gary Busey. I'm sorry, Gary Busey. I hope you live a good life, whatever it is. But anyway, but like he can't be good at like.
Sometimes good daggers for you, Busey.
But like, I hope he does have a good like backup because like, can you imagine him like eating someone out? Like he would like tear them apart. Like they would be that can't be enjoyable. No, exactly. Like
like a homeless man eating a steak. He's just fucking going to work. Yeah.
Like no.
So maybe he's like a horse dick to match his horse face. You know, and, he's ready to go. But I don't know. I think it was a decent movie. I think like I liked it much better as an adult than a kid. And I think these are one of those movies where like did it hold up? I think personally, I think this movie held up and even got better as a kid. What do you guys say?
I think it was much better as an adult. Like I understood the movie better. Like to me, like it was just kind of like when I was a kid, I just thought the movie was kind of cool. But like I kind of understood this movie better. Like the whole concept was it was a bunch of guys out. They were selfish. They were out for themselves, and they weren't succeeding because they were all trying to be out for themselves. Even though they were friends and stuff, and it was all they were just like, I got to get out of here. And then they came together as a group.
Hey, when you edit this, can you put like music, like after school special music right here? Go ahead. Continue.
And once they came together, they succeeded beyond their expectations. So it's like a feel-good movie. It's like working together to succeid.
And then they have a parade at the end.
I
don't know how that parade makes me feel joy.
But I'm like, how the hell are they having a parade?
Too.
Like,
I did like it.
And then they all have those jackets, and the jackets are like made of asbestos, you know? like wow.
I want one of those players only DC cab jackets. Like I started like collecting like stupid like if I see like a Matchbox car that looked like from a movie. So like I got like a car that kind of looks like the race car, and I'm like, I gotta pick up a fucking DC cab now.
I
Put in
think
my little
I think we all
collection
need
I
to
have
pick up.
because now you know.
I think we all need to pick up DC cab jackets.
Oh my god, we can wear the DC cab jackets and then all learn the New Kids on the Block song. You know, and then the dance, so we can come out to it.
And
We're
I
still
like
just
that.
kids watching DC cab.
I
You know
think
the,
this is. Oh, sorry, Slopdog. Go.
go ahead. Sorry, you know, like the emergency kits, how they come with the heated, like the blanket, like the emergency blanket to keep you warm. It's made out of that like gold
Yeah.
material. We can make jackets out of those. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Write DC cab
Can
and
you
marker on the
sew
back.
Slopdog? I can. I love the soundtrack too. The whole there's like 2 songs in it, maybe there's like about 3 songs I think in it, but I love all the songs. Like they have such good rhythm, and the Dream by Irene Cara, I fucking love that song. It is so good. I don't know. I've been chasing dreams for so long. It's so good. Just hits you right here
What's
in the
up?
chest. What?
I just keep hearing, you make it, don't break it,
Mhm.
right between the lines. That's song. Don't break it, just fake it. I don't know what's going on. Something like that. Da-na-na. Tomorrow night, we're gonna rock to the rhythm of the street. Oh, my cock. Right? I don't know, whatever song that is. And,
That's great. Like that song, I really like this soundtrack. I know there's only like 3 or 4 songs, but I would play them on repeat.
Wow.
how about that fucking grandmother who whored out her granddaughter because he got a new jacket, right? She was like, I want a fucking nice man who don't work for no cab company here. Fucking my granddaughter. You better come in with some chocolates because I'm a fat pig. And fucking roses, she's keeping all that shit. And I forgot what the book was, but he had to give her some book, right? So this fucking fat cunt wants fucking. I like fat women, by the way, but I'm just saying, why you need that to? And but she demanded now this fucking guy better have a great job, coming with chocolates and flowers and
A
something else.
gift.
And then so finally went, and a gift, and then fucking he just goes, all right. They fucking play the montage. They paint up the cabs. He buys a new jacket. He comes in with the chocolates for her fat ass and fucking flowers and a fucking some book. And then he's like, now I want to fucking finger blast your daughter, your granddaughter. And she's like, all right, have her back by 10. You know what I mean?
I think it was a book of the nicest
all it took was a
Southern
new
homes.
jacket.
That jacket, that was a nice
That
jacket,
doesn't
though.
make sense. Why would you?
It was a nice jacket.
Apparently, it gets you to fucking someone's granddaughter. Yeah, I'm gonna get one. Go out and start fucking. And have you seen the jacket?
Myrna. When I was a
It looks
kid,
like cum would come easy off of that jacket too, right?
cum would come
Just
really
a
easy
wet
like
nap on
that.
that jacket. Zoop,
Oh,
come on.
absolutely. It was nice and smooth.
Yeah. Woo.
Stain resistant.
Stay. How would? Unless it had. I didn't check, but if it had cloth right at the end of the jacket where the wrist is, depending on how deep you got in there, if you fisted it or something, that probably jacket would have got soggy on the end, so that would have been a hard cleanup. But other than that, if it wasn't, just a wet nap on the jacket, it'd be good to go.
The ankle, your wrist got
DC
get
Cap.
the stank. Get the stank. Myrna. When I was a kid, I thought Myrna was.
But you just see one guy smelling his wrist the whole show. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That would be Dell. Totally Dell. When I was a kid, I thought Myrna was a complete and utter bitch. And don't get me wrong, I still think she's a complete and utter bitch. But I kind of understand her in the beginning of the movie why she was so pissy. Like, she stated how many times, I just want one beer tonight. And they would just drink all the beer and go, oh, sorry. Or, leave their clothes all around the house. And they'd be like, oh, sorry. Obviously, it was implied that this has happened over and over and over with them. And then they were just like, oh, what a bitch. Why is she getting mad? As a parent, I kind of understand that. What do you guys think?
She felt underappreciated.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
But then she
I
stole their
kind of
money
see her
and
point,
was a
but I
dick.
still go. Right. So I say, I see the point. Yes, but it looks like in the future, he's slept on the couch other times. I don't know. I say she's a real cuntbag. Fuck it. I still say, fuck you, Queef.
But
no disrespect.
And the money for the reward that they were all freaking out about, like yelling, I'm rich, get out of my cab.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, okay, so I
$10,000.
like
Between like 10
it
of them.
was just right. So it was just 10 grand. It wasn't like 10 grand a piece, right?
No.
Because that's what I thought too. I'm like, why are they all freaking out? 10 grand isn't that much. Even back then, that wasn't that much money. Like
10 grand
that
and
they should be like, I'm rich.
Okay,
You know?
so I looked it up.
Sorry.
10 grand in 83 would be the equivalent of $31,450.72 today.
Wow, you were on it. But
Jesus Christ, this ain't 30,000. Jesus, nerd.
but still, like you can't retire on 30 grand. Like even back then, you couldn't retire with 30 grand in the bank. Do you know
But
what I mean?
30 grand divided by 10.
Exactly. Like that's not that much money. Like, why were they all like trying to break into the house and like raw? Like, I don't think they're on. Oh my God, speaking of that, when it's Mr. T and the two brothers there, and they break into the random house because they're looking for the, and they just, bam, and they're all just eating dinner. And they're like, "Oh, sorry, wrong house," and they just leave.
Man.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
I love it there when they're
How
pulling
do you
up.
even know
Mr.
wrong?
T's
I
like,
didn't even investigate.
Mr. T's like, look, it's it's Bruce Lee, and like, and one of the Barbarian brothers is like, it says Bruce Leg. He's like, I told you to stay in school, fool. Just
It did look like Bruce Lee. Yeah.
I love Mr. T's lines when he was like in the beginning when he yells at the prostitute going down on the other guy.
She
He yells at the guy.
Man.
He yells at the guy. He's like,
yes.
you're a pitiful specimen of manhood. And then he yells at her, and he's like, why don't you get off the street and get a decent job? And she's like, I need the bread. He's like, then go get a job at the bakery.
Yeah. And I agree. She also looked like a man. She was like transgender before transgender was happening. Yeah.
Yes, I was like, oh, yikes.
Yeah, let me sucking each other's dicks. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
You know, this was did you guys know this was the alternate ending as well? The parade wasn't originally supposed to be the ending. They had an original.
What's the original ending?
The original ending was Irene Cara was going to sing at the White House, and all DC Cab was going to be there, and she was going to call out Tyrone.
Oh.
But it didn't. I guess they did an early
Oh,
showing.
motherfucker, that would have been great.
They did an early showing, and it didn't do well. People didn't like the ending, so they decided to do the parade instead, which I think the parade is great.
But the parade doesn't make sense. Like,
But
I mean, honestly, would they have thrown them a parade?
Well, it's an ambassador. They saved the ambassador's kids.
But still, like, it seems like a lot, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Like, there's marching band, there's confetti everywhere. Like, it is like over the top parade. Like, it's like Thanksgiving Day parade. Like, what?
I gotta say something. Like, I liked it. I really. It was so cheesy and corny. I thought it was great.
Like
I was
feel
like,
it's
oh
here.
man,
Like,
I was just like, this. You don't make it. Just break it.
When the dream is playing,
Keep
and
your
all
dreams alive.
the cabs and the parade's going, and Tyrone and Albert fucking white bread chicken shit Hockenberry are like at the end they're hugging each other and stuff because they finally have become like almost like brothers. Like I feel that in my chest, man.
I feel I'm gonna next time I see you, you're gonna be driving a cab. Well, man, look at me! I'm a cab driver.
Yelling out the window.
That movie really spoke to me.
I love this movie. Like I just it showed up on Vudu and like a couple months ago, and I was just like, oh, I remember that movie. I liked it a lot as a kid. It was only $5. I've watched it like 10 times since then. Like I love this movie.
Money's worth, yeah. You got it. And I think it's so I guess as we're closing down here is we would say, you know, we'll hopefully do more of these, which I think we will, just random movies we watch as kids. And so I would say as a kid, I again better than I thought it was a kid. So I do believe it held up. It was I recommend it. and I would give it. Shit, I don't even know what score I'd give it. Bone and Slopdog. Before we give, I guess, our ratings, which our ratings will be a 1 out of 5 dog dicks. 5 dog dicks being the best the movie can be. 1 dog dick being the movie stunk. And like if we need something, what'd you say, Bone? Like if it's like a half a star, you'd be like 3 dog dicks in the tip.
Yeah, just the tip.
It's like 3.5 dog dicks. Yeah, just a tip. So thanks, Mom, for the rate our rating system. But I would say that it held up, and even better as a kid. What say you, Bone?
I agree. I think this movie is much better than when I was a kid. It holds up. It's really funny. It's not a movie that can be made. Sorry, I'm still coughing. I got strep again. It's not a movie that can be made today. But it has everything an 80s movie. It has montages, it has boobs, inappropriate jokes, ridiculousness, like...
Oh, yeah.
What is
Mr. Titty.
What is the weird guy? What is the advice the weird guy gives in the beginning? Remember, I was like, what?
Don't let your dick run your life. Mr.
Yeah,
Rhythm
like,
says,
wow.
don't let your dick run your life.
Only
It only
costs
costs you
a
a quarter.
All right, sorry.
I think more movies now need titties in them again. I think there should be a movie just called Let's Fuck, and it's kids just going to fuck, and it's just that's it, dude. I'd watch
But
that
they
movie
make those.
and be like, fuck yeah.
Those are the ones you have to go behind the saloon doors to find those kind of movies.
Do you remember?
Yeah, that's a good time.
Remember when they first got their
I remember
jackets?
seeing one.
Remember when they first got their jackets and they're at the airport and the Emerald driver guys are bringing over the cops and they're like,
Yeah.
they don't have airport licenses, and they show, but one of the Barbarian brothers is like, in your face, Dick Tracy. So bad.
It's so garbage. I love
So
it.
great.
Like
But like,
this is
did anybody? Sorry, I
feel
was
good
gonna say,
movie.
did anybody look up like where the Barbarian brothers are now? Like, are they still alive? Are they dead?
I think
Do they
one's
still
dead.
act?
I believe
Oh,
one is
that's
dead.
sad. Oh,
I hope they're. Oh boy, in your face, Dick Tracy. And
In your face, Dick Tracy.
so I'm like, what say you? What do you think of the movie?
Oh, God.
Is this a movie that held up from its time? Garbage, or what do you think? Did it hold up or not hold up?
you guys, I don't know. Like, this is the first time I've watched it, and it was a lot. It was a lot of montages. I don't know. Okay, I'll give it 3 dog dicks. Like, not the best. Like, I'm not like, whoa, I can't wait to watch it again. But like, it's not the worst, and I'm not mad that I watched it. It was silly and funny and like over the top. And,
Yeah.
But like, oh my god, I have to tell you what my daughter said to me. So I was watching it on my tablet, like just like in my room, like I'm watching it, and then she comes in, she's got her tablet, so she's like, "Can I sit with you?" I'm like, "Sure." And she's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "A movie I gotta watch." So I'm like, "You would like it." She's like, "All right." So she's not paying attention. She's just watching, playing on her tablet.
I gotta watch.
She's like, "Oh, is that almost the end?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, good. I don't like the sound of it." I was like, "Oh my god."
Fuck you, Bone.
Wow.
Your kid's gonna kick your ass.
It's just so funny the way she said it. I was like,
Bone,
wow.
don't hang yourself. After
She's
this.
just like, Mom, I don't like the way black people sing. Racist.
Oh, I'm just surprised. I was like, wow. I don't like the sound of it.
That's fucking great.
That
I
reminds
don't
me of
like the sound of it. Get it? Like,
we had a Halloween party, and Slopdog's our cousin, and she brought her daughter over to the Halloween party for my son, and she had to go to the bathroom, so they went in the bathroom, and there was we had a shower curtain, and she looked at it and goes, "Mommy, I don't like that." Just nope.
Like, and it's not our house.
just
like,
because it's horrified.
Like, shit. Damn
She's
kids,
just
they're terrible.
horrified by it.
She was horrified by it.
Well, I'll occasionally, when I shave, I'll just leave a mustache, and I remember doing it as a kid. When my kids were kids, I mean, and I showed it, and my youngest son just looks at it and goes, "Nope, off." And then runs up the stairs, and it was just horrifying. I look like I should have been on a list. And but
You ran
mustache
away.
is not a good look. I think Tom Selleck's the only one Who can pull up a mustache?
Very few people can pull off just a mustache.
Flavors. Slopdog, you said that. Slopdog, like how do you feel about Tom Selleck? You said that very nice. Like that's a flavor saver.
Well, like Tom Selleck, like think about Tom Selleck in Friends. Like he was like hot, even though he was supposed to be like he's an older guy. Like even when Friends he was a thing. I remember he dated Monica. And I was like, I can see how this would work. Like he's good looking. Like I don't know about now. Like now he probably looks like an old bag of hammers. But like he
looks like an old bag of dicks.
Those are Slopdogs. Those DVDs. Those DVDs of the Friends episodes have Slopdog's fucking gooey fingerprints on them. Or does he watch them with no pants on?
I just pretend that's. Remember how like Chandler and Joey wanted to be like that character at the time, like they want to be like friends with him. I think his name was Richard in Friends.
Yeah,
they want to be like, and like Chandler has like a little mustache, and I was like, oh, it does not look good on him. So you're right, like the whole mustache.
No, yeah. Ooh, Jesus, Chandler, fucking with that mustache, fucking go die in a hot tub or something. Good God! Oh no, that's what happens. Oh boy, that's horrible. I take it back.
You should. Damn it. Could you be any more dead? Damn. I know.
Could you be any more dead? And it's horrible. I like Matthew Perry. That show is great. Anyway, so Slopdog, you give the movie DC Cabs 3 dog dicks.
3 dog dicks, just 3. Not even an extra tip, just the 3.
All right. Just 3. Bo, what do you give fucking DC Cab?
For an 80s film, I'm going to give it 4 dog dicks and a tip because I love this movie.
All right.
I might be blowing my load in the first one, but
I will give it 3 dog dicks and a tip. I thought it was good, definitely pretty good, above average. It really made me feel good. Is it a movie I'm going to keep running back to and watching? Probably not. Like maybe from time to time, if it was on, I would definitely watch some of it and probably get lost in it and watch it again. But I don't know. I mean, the montages maybe alone, maybe I'll put it back on. But yeah, I don't know. But I liked it. I thought it was really good. I would recommend people watching it. It's definitely nothing I would say don't watch. It's definitely a good fucking movie, and it's got some good laughs in it. So yeah, I'd say three dog dicks and a tip is what I would give it.
So yeah, that's what are we about average? It's a little over 3, and altogether then we give it 3.6666666 dog dicks. So about 3.5, about 3 and a tip.
The devil
is what we give it together.
Yeah. So it's a recommended. Go watch it. And so pretty much any movie we have on here, we're just gonna talk about it. We're not trying to spoil it, but it's worth a watch, man. And it's not like it's not like a movie where you're like, oh my god, they ruined the ending. Like, I mean, it's just a fucking movie. It's a funny movie. So yeah,
You'll still laugh.
Check that out, and then we'll be back with our next one. Yeah, you'll love it. I mean, it'll be I got nothing. It'll be good. And on that note, I say thanks for this is our first movie review. A little whatever it was. I don't know, maybe they'll get better, maybe they'll stay the same. Either way, if you like it, thanks. If not, fuck you. Good day. All right. So saith the shepherd, so saith the flock. That's from a movie. Bye everybody. Just stop. Stop. We're done with
What are you, some kind of dog dick? Dick.
Still alive? Are you okay?
I think he died.
I think he died too.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. player. Oh my god.
Hey guys,
What?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello?
I thought we had.
We did.
We
thought
you died. You were like, huh. It just went out. I was like, oh. It's like dead in the desert somewhere.
I'm alive. What a way to go. Nipples out.
You guys catch
You're a pitiful specimen
A
of man,
beautiful
Chowder.
DC Cap, delicious. Welcome to Chase Aces and Jasmine Movie Reviews. We're losers.
No.
Nope.
What? Alright, let's start off again. 1, 2, 3.
We had it.
Dun. No, we didn't. Nobody started but you. I know you're the only one that counts, but come on, kid.
No, we all were doing it. You counted to 3, and I went. What? And then I figured if someone starts in late, you just catch up.
What?
They weren't perfect in the movie. DC Cap, delicious.